So I find it interesting that spiritual awakening is a phrase almost everyone's heard of, yet very few people actually seem to experience it. And so, I often wondered why I experienced one in 2014 and how it completely changed the way that I saw reality. But looking back, I don't think awakening is something mystical that happens to a chosen few. I think it's much simpler than that. And, I think that most of us are so absorbed in the routine of life that we've forgotten how to truly see. And in this video, I'd like to share a few simple ways of looking at the world that may help you awaken from the daydream that is your life. So most of us wake up already thinking. We put on our clothes, check our phones, and our attention races ahead to the meetings, emails, and responsibilities waiting for us. And as Alan Watts once observed, attention is narrowed perception. Our awareness becomes trapped inside a very small world. Then we leave the house and in an instant our perception expands from four walls to the horizon itself. Yet instead of noticing the sky, the clouds, or the sheer vastness around us, we're usually looking down at a screen or replaying conversations in our heads. At work, we then stare at screens only inches from our eyes and type away on keyboards. But what if every tiny speck of dust you might see on that keyboard were actually a distant galaxy? William Blake wrote, "To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wildflower, to hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour." And so the imagination has the power to transform the ordinary into the infinite. And then the evening arrives. The blue sky fades, revealing stars whose light has travelled for years before reaching your eyes. And most of us simply go home. But what if, just for a moment, you paused and allowed your awareness to stretch out into the far reaches of space? And then finally, as you lie in bed, you might imagine every other bed across the city, strip away the buildings in your mind until all that remains are sleeping bodies. Where have all these people gone? What is this strange experience we call waking life? So perhaps awakening isn't about acquiring new knowledge at all. Perhaps it's simply about releasing the imagination from the prison of habit and allowing awareness to expand beyond the routines that usually consume it. And when we stop seeing only our schedules and begin seeing the mystery that quietly surrounds us every day, ordinary life becomes extraordinary once again. And perhaps that's where the journey of awakening truly begins.